The Civil War ended on November 8th, 2022, as voters finally ended slavery. Congratulations, Tennessee. We're still absorbing Tuesday's midterm elections, which everyone, Democrats and Republicans alike, seems to agree didn't go quite as expected. It wasn't a great night for either party, although it wasn't a terrible one either. Roevember, not so much. Red wave, definitely not that either. Tennessee voters officially banned all forms of slavery by approving a ballot measure to remove involuntary servitude as a form of punishment for people convicted of crimes. According to the Secretary of State's office, the measure passed by 80%. The 13th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution also includes a provision allowing for involuntary servitude of those convicted of a crime. Many critics have pointed out that this forced prison labor is the same as slavery. Alabama, Oregon, and Vermont also voted this week to ban it in their states. Forced prison labor is still used in Arkansas, Georgia, Mississippi, and Texas. So it was so horrible to see Arkansas up there because that's where I'm originally from.
Oh, wow.
And I remember when I moved to Florida, they would say, oh, blacks live there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We definitely do. But this is, unfortunate that in 2022, we are still dealing with some form of slavery. And, I just hope that we get to a point where we just wake up. And I feel like all of these different things that are happening is intended to challenge us to stand up, to be more vocal, like all of the different movements that we see. And we just got to be vigilant.
Yeah.
And vote, because what was that, 80% voted for this? So that's not a lot, but that's still.
I'm more concerned that 1 in 5 are still in favor of this. That's the most concerning part.
Well, Tennessee is a BYOB state. That's bring your own banjo, but it is nice.
I didn't know where that was going.
but it's nice to see that along with Alabama and Oregon and Vermont, that they've finally entered the 20th, not to mention the 21st century.
I don't find this to be appealing to me at all, that it took how many years for slavery to be shot down on the ballot? I don't find it to be appealing
like
at all.
400 and some years,
It's like
not so good at math, but yes.
For real, it's 2022.
Too long.
It's
way
too
too
long.
And that carve out in the amendment is one of the things that actually helped pass it, because the Civil War amendments were in danger of being stalled even without having to get Southern votes. But it was quickly leveraged, and I'm sure and I'm sure a lot of people in the black community know that it was leveraged by segregationists when we hit the 1880s and 1890s when they started passing the Jim Crow laws. And they were like, all right, back in slavery. Oh, you jaywalked? All right, you can do 10 days of hard labor, and it's just gone downhill ever since.
And that's been leveraged into the school to prison pipeline for black folks. And so that just shows, especially with the disparate, there's a documentary by, is it Ava DuVernay? I can't remember, but
the 13th.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. The 13th. That is a great documentary, which would break all of this down for anybody who's watching that. Will understand how we got from slavery to the school to prison pipeline and why this is so important and why it's yesterday too late. As well.
For sure.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.